You're not broken, dramatic, or too sensitive. You're just a human with a nervous system that's quietly screaming into the void. So, I turned on my shower and accidentally opened a portal to all my unresolved trauma. Again. But let's talk about that. First, let's set the scene. You enter the shower, a place meant for cleansing, but really, it's a portal to the underworld of your own feelings. You crank the water to boil me alive. The mirror fogs up, and so do your eyes. There's a weird spiritual silence, like the bathroom knows what's coming. Okay, but seriously, why do we cry in the shower so much? It turns out it's kind of the perfect emotional trap. You're alone, no one's watching you, no one's judging you. It's safe, you're not expected to perform or smile or to explain anything. And your nervous system kind of goes, okay, cool, we're not dodging bullets right now. Let's open the emotional floodgates. And this is where polyvagal theory comes in. Your body runs on a system of threat levels through something called the vagus nerve. Basically your inner emotional thermostat. It decides whether you are in panic mode, shutdown mode, or that rare unicorn of emotions, safe, soft, and able to feel things without combusting. So when do you step into that shower? The heat signals safety. The steady pressure of the water grounds your nervous system, and the fact that there's no audience, there's no performance, it is just vibes. And all of this tells your vagus nerve that we're good, we can stop white-knuckling survival right now. And your body, bless it, goes, finally, let me sob about my childhood and also that weird email from my boss. So yeah, the warm water doesn't just clean your body. It flips a switch in your nervous system that says, you are safe enough to feel now. And that's the real answer. That's why you cry in the shower. It's not weakness, it's just bodily wisdom. So maybe it starts small, like I'm a little tired, and then I'm a little overwhelmed. And suddenly I failed everyone I've ever loved, and I also forgot to buy oat milk, and also what even is my purpose on earth? And now you're just kneeling in the tub while you're crying into your ankles. And at some point you look up. You've been in there so long that your fingers look like raisins who've seen some shit. But also you feel lighter, like the grief has been washed away with your conditioner. That's emotional exfoliation. So you emerge, wrapped in a towel, hair wet, face blotchy, spirit reborn. You don't even dry off properly. You just sit on the edge of the tub, staring into the void like a sad burrito contemplating late-stage capitalism. You feel kind of okay. Not fixed, but softer. Less clogged. Emotionally decongested. So yeah, why am I crying in the shower again? Because I needed a place where my guard could drop. Because the water doesn't ask questions. Because sometimes your body knows it's safe before your brain catches up. And honestly, because it works. So cry in the shower. Cry like the soft, spicy meatball of a human you are. And when you're done, step out, wrap yourself up, and rejoin the world. Clean, raw, and a little more you. There are some questions that people do ask, like, is crying in the shower actually healthy, or am I just avoiding my real problems? And the answer is that crying isn't avoidance, it's release. Your nervous system isn't trying to resolve the problem, it is offloading the pressure. You can't fix anything when your brain is fried. Cry first, then maybe tackle that life project, or make a snack. Another question is, how do I explain this kind of emotional overload to someone who thinks I'm just being dramatic? And you tell them, like, I'm not being dramatic. My nervous system is just playing emotional dodgeball with reality right now. Or don't tell them. You don't need to justify your humanity to anyone who forgot that they have feelings too. So, what can you do if the shower doesn't feel safe anymore? You find a new sanctuary. Cry in the car, under a weighted blanket, in the pantry next to the cereal boxes. Safety isn't a location, it's a sensation. Anywhere you can exhale fully is where your new portal is. Another question is asking to explain about the vagus nerve more and how to calm it without crying in public. And there's a short answer. You take a breath and hum like a suspicious toddler. Splash some cold water on your face. Or stretch like you just woke up from a nap in a Disney movie. Your vagus nerve just wants to know that you're not dying, so give it some proof. You can also check out my video on where I get into a bit more detail on the vagus nerve. I'll link it in the comments down below. So this is Soulfolk & Co. For the weird, the weepy, and the wonderfully human. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've ever had a full-blown identity crisis in the tub. You're not alone, even if you were the only person in the shower.